Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of an overdue mid-month check-in for November, so I'm going to walk you through everything that we projected to spend for the entire month, and then we'll go ahead and look at the actuals for where we're at to see if we're on target, if we're behind, ahead, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead, let's get started. Now, starting with income for the entire month, we had projected to spend $7,158. Or, I'm sorry, we had projected to bring in $7,158 in W-2 income. At this point in the month, we have had $3,526, and we had a deposit of $470, which I'll get to that in a moment because it basically just cancels out other things. So I'll get to that on the next page. Now for savings, the projection here was $1,540, and that is solely my 401k. So both my contributions and my employer's contributions for the entire month, both of those have already dropped, and as expected, $1,540, very predictable. Now, we'll go ahead and get into the fun stuff, okay? How much have we actually spent now that we are about halfway through the month? Housing is always nice. Our mortgage is obviously very predictable, so we had projected $1,810, and that is obviously how much we have spent, which is nice. I love things that we can predict and know to plan for. Now, utilities, in some ways is similar. Electric and gas, we get the bill ahead of time, so we knew to plan for $112.55 for the month. That has already come out, and water has as well. So water and sewer came out a couple of days ago. I budgeted 100 because this does flex a little bit, and this month it came in a little cheaper than normal at $89.58, so not too bad. Trash and phones, 0 and 0, and then internet budgeted 75. It comes out at the end of the month, so no spend there just yet. Now, based on all of that, we had budgeted $287.55 in this category, and we have spent $202.13 so far, which is great. That means so far in the month we are under budget on utilities, which is nice. Obviously, we know internet will come in at 75, so we are doing great on that category. Next, we will look at transportation. Insurance is set at $226 a month for both of our vehicles. This comes out at the end of the month as well, so that is 0 currently. And then if you'll remember, for gas, we did bump this up a little bit this month because we will be doing some extra traveling around the state for Thanksgiving to see family. And so far we have spent $98.34. I think we will end up being very close, if not over, on $275. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope we come in under. And then last, of course, is parking for my husband, another predictable expense. That has come out, and it was $52. Now, I'm happy to say that at this point on transportation, we're tracking right along. Obviously, insurance hasn't come out yet, and we'll still spend more on gas, but so far the spend here has been $150.34 against a total allocation for the month of $553, which, yeah, I'm happy with that. Now, looking at family and home, this is usually pretty predictable. Giving, we budget at $1,200, and so far in the month we've given $1,100, so we have one more auto payment that will come out towards the end of the month. Daycare again is $1,228 a month, $307 a week, and so far this month we have paid $921 for that. Then for baby, I put $100 this month, and we have spent $24.32. That was for the footrest for the high chair that we bought her. So we are still waiting on that to come in. We purchased it off Etsy, and funnily enough, it's coming from Bulgaria. So it's just going to take a little longer, but that's okay. We think it'll be really nice when it gets here. Gifts, I budgeted $0, and we have spent $0, which, yeah, is nice. So far in this month, we have spent $2,045.32 in this category, and we had budgeted a total of around $2,500. So again, another category where we seem to be doing okay for being, a little over halfway through the month so far. Now, I will go ahead and say I completely forgot our food category when I was filling this out earlier, so I will do that on the fly right now. I probably did that because I have some, bad memories from last month when we went super over budget. But for food, we have groceries and obviously restaurants. Forgive my sloppy handwriting as I'm doing this quickly. So for groceries, we had projected a total spend of $650 this month, and on restaurants $250. LOL, what was I thinking? Groceries so far have been okay. We've spent $334.77. We will go grocery shopping this weekend, but because of being out of town for Thanksgiving, I don't anticipate that we'll spend as much as we normally do. Maybe that's wishful thinking. I don't know. Stay tuned. And then on restaurants, we have already blown the budget. So we're at $253.85. Now, I will say, even though it looks like we've blown the budget, this is actually going to flex a little bit. So this comes out to $588.62 currently, but on restaurants, we actually need to subtract $120 because my husband paid for a work lunch that he'll be reimbursed for later. So the damage isn't quite as terrible as it seems, which is nice. So I'll come back to this at the end when I'm tallying our total spend, because obviously we'll get this money back. Now, moving on to subscriptions, Spotify and Xbox, we always budget $10. Spotify has already come out. It's $10.59. And then Xbox, not just yet, but it'll also be $10.59. And then Sling, Netflix, Hulu, we just grouped together at $65. And Sling has come out at $48.76 for the month so far. I need to really think about our Sling subscription because it is going to be increasing. I think they said by $5 a month on Sling Orange. I mainly have Sling so that I can get the additional sports package so that I can watch basketball and football mainly. So I get a lot of use out of it, in the fall and winter, but, spring and summer, I usually get rid of it for a few months because I don't really care so much about baseball season. I'm sorry. But yeah, just need to maybe look into some other options and just make sure that we're still getting the value out of that since the price is increasing. Okay, so moving on to loans for our auto, again, set expense $438.90. That came out earlier this week. And like I said, love things that are predictable. Moving down to discretionary spend, my husband and I each get $100 a month for a grand total of $200 between us. And so far, only $42.39 has been spent. My husband bought a game on Steam that he was excited about. Vacation this month. I would like to put $250 towards that, but so far it's a big goose egg, so we'll see. I don't know. Then unexpected, we put in at 150, and I really do need to double check the numbers, but I don't think we've had anything come up that we weren't planning for yet. I hope it stays that way. Team gifts, I did budget 115 because I'm going to get everyone on my team some kind of Christmas gift. I have not bought anything yet. I'm still trying to decide what would be nice. I'm thinking maybe a different themed gift basket for each person based on, their personality and what they're interested in. So I'm going to leave that at 115 for now, but might need to reevaluate and add a little more to it in December, because I don't know, I feel like maybe 115 is too low, but we'll see. And then miscellaneous, we budgeted 0, and Christmas, I budgeted 0 because we have a sinking fund for this. So it's not going to come out of, our monthly income that we bring in. I would just move our money that we had saved for this from our Ally high yield savings account over. So on Christmas so far, it looks like we've spent $913, but similar to the food over here, I will come back to this and explain why it's actually a little lower. So going down to our summary after we've tallied all of that up, our projected spend for the month is $7,317.45. I think when I did my November budget projection video, I had said that it was like 6,900 and something, and that's because I'm a big dummy and I forgot to include our auto loan amount in our projection. So I added that in today and recalculated that that's what we were planning to spend, which is obviously more than the income that we're projected to bring in. So we'll see how that shakes out. Now, our actual spend for the month so far, $6,250.05, based on everything that's gone out of our accounts. Now, let's talk about some adjustments, right? So on this Christmas line at 913, that's not actually accurate. So 470 of this was me purchasing things for my mom. So if you remember over here, we had this additional $470 deposit. That was from my mom paying me back for Christmas spend. So we'll subtract 470 from that. And then yesterday, actually, she had me buy something else for her, which was $28.61. So she'll pay me back for that when I see her at Thanksgiving. So we have not spent quite as much on Christmas as it looks like we have. Now, when we subtract the 470, the 28.61, and then this 120 over here from food that my husband will be reimbursed for, that's a grand total of $618.61 that we have not really spent this month, which does change our actual. So based on that, our true actual for the month is currently $5,631.44. Hope that makes sense. And then that would give us an actual remaining amount to spend for the month of $1,526.56. So we're in good shape for the month. Our actual Christmas spend so far, gifts that I'm buying for family members and our baby, is actually at $359.87. And if you'll remember, we had set $750 aside in our sinking fund to spend on Christmas. So we're doing good over there. Still have a few more gifts to get, and I think I will actually do a video talking through Christmas. So stay tuned for that. Let me know if you all have any questions. If not, I'll catch you in the next one.